So I hike back up to my little local woods. We spend the night in my little debris shelter that you seen on my last video. Food wise, what have I got? I've got some nice bits of beef, some vegetables. I'm gonna make myself a beef casserole stroke stew. Got a couple of cans with us, a little bit of Jack Daniels, and then for tomorrow, all depending on how I feel, I've got an all day breakfast, which is a tin of all day breakfast like, and I've got my porridge. So obviously it's about 3:20 in the afternoon, so got about an hour and a half, 2 hours of light if I'm lucky. So I'll get up there and then I'll just start prepping, getting me firewood all prepped. So I might even dump me Bergen somewhere, stash it, and come back down and get a couple of these logs. I think there's some a bit further up here as well. So that's my plan of action in any way. So I'll get myself into the woods in any way, get myself settled, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. Well, as you can see, the sun's starting its descent, ready for sunset. So woods is all the same as what it was when I left. Shelter's still alright. So I'll get set up and I'll clear this bit out, get my bed sorted out. I've got a gap under there I need to fill, which I've just seen, so I'll fill that up with loads of stuff just to stop the draft coming through. Pick some of these up on the way in, nice and dry, help get the fire started. Had a tiny little bit of rain yesterday, but not major. Plenty dead wood in here in any way. So don't think I'll have to bother going right down the bottom to pick some of them bits up. But as you can see, slight little breeze. Other than that, very nice. It's about 5 degrees or something at the minute. It's going to drop down to about 3 degrees tonight, possibly a bit lower. I'm not 100% sure. Had to double check on that like. But yeah, and obviously from my last one, I've still got a few bits of wood over here, which I'll neutralise all this lot first, take it over, get it processed, and happy days, like, back out. Second camp of the year, this time in a debris shelter. I've brought me snug pack bivvy with us instead of the army bivvy, and just me same sleeping system as I brought the last time, sleeping bag, raw mat, all my stuff. Never brought no chairs or anything with us because I don't intend to sit on a chair the night. I've brought a couple of old mats I've had lying around for ages, so I'm going to get them set up, make some sort of a chair to put them on if I've got time. But all there is about is prepping me wood, chilling out, having some nice scram, bit of a drink tonight. Need to toast a fallen comrade, which I'll speak about later on anyway. Alright, I need to get myself set up and get wood prepped. But sad news this morning, sad news. So anyway, catch us in a bit. Right then, so as you can see, it's hit 5 o'clock on the nose there. As you can see, sun's gone down, it's starting to get dark now. So I've been busy. I'll just put my light on so you can see what I'm doing. Right, as you can see, I've got all my fire set up, ready. Got some wood. I've still got a bit more to do, like, so I don't think there's enough there to get us through the night. Here's me set up. So I'm just in my snug pack bivvy, Honestphere bivvy there. Normal setup inside with a roll mat and that. I brought my new table out, and cook set and all my food and that. I've got 3 beers, as you can see. the shelter's held up well. So I've got a light hanging up inside, but I've also brought out the light that I got off JJ as well, just in case it gets too bright and I want to make it a bit darker with the red light on. A bit waffle there, but never mind. So as you can see, the shelter's still held up. I've got a slight little hole here that I've found, and that's about it. So that must be the only bit I missed, so I'll just block that up later on. But yeah, it's nice and quiet. So I'm looking forward to this one. I've got a nice beef stew stroke casserole to make, so I'll be getting that on the go as well. That light is just too bright. Let's see what we can do about that. That's a little bit better. Alright, so anyway, got a stew on the go for tonight. Well, I will have once I got my fire gun. So, and that's about it really. But nice little cozy. I think the fire might need to get moved up to where them logs are a bit, to get a bit more centralised, because it seems to be off to one side. So I might do that first. It take 2 seconds just to move the wood and that, and then move that up a bit. Oh, happy days, happy days. Night out in the woods, couldn't be better. Right, hello everybody. Right then, so as you can see, I've got my fire lay and all that sorted. Alright, I've got my very small stuff here, some more small stuff, and then larger stuff there, and my big stuff over here. My fire lay is ready, got my fire striker ready. Now I've got some old silver birch I had stashed over there, that Rooney stashed ages ago. Well, not ages ago, the last time he was here. So I'm going to try this and see what this is like. It feels a little bit damp, but we'll give it a go. Now, all I'm doing is just scraping up loads of bits with my little neck knife. It's a nice little pile. I don't know how well this is going to work. And then I've got some of the finer stuff again. Yeah. Obviously this silver birch bark's a little bit old. We'll see if it takes a strike. There we go. Neck knife away. Have I used that neck knife for ages? Right. Now I had somebody saying I should pull it away. There you go. Lit straight away. Right, in the pocket so it doesn't get lost. I'll tell you what, let's not put it in the pocket, let's put on its proper holder where it's supposed to be. So I'll just put a little bit of that on to keep the fire going while I muck around. So I've never used all that bit there, so I'll just stash that in my little hidey hole in a minute. And then these are some dead weeds I picked up on the way that are lush and dry. So we're just going to break them up a little bit. I haven't got my triangle things sorted out this time, just doing this differently. Get this going. Now I'm just hoping my fire's not too close to my shelter. It's not going to be a huge fire in any way. The initial start of it's going to be low. Obviously once all this catches lock. A little bit of rain this morning when I woke up, about 7 o'clock, so some of this is a little bit damp, but it will dry out. Some of it's not. Oh, I think it's going to be toasty warm in this shelter tonight, especially sitting here with a fire. It's now 5:20. I don't really want the fire coming any closer than this, So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put that as a marker, because that's soaking wet, that, and so is this bit here. So then I'll just need to find another soaking wet bit to put on the bottom here as well. There you go. I brought my little tripod with us, but one of the little connectors down here is missing off one of the bars. So I've got a spare one at home, so I'm going to have to use that as a spare parts. They're only like £9 or something, I think, anyway, so it's not a problem. So I've only got it too high, so it might not be good enough. I might have to just make a pot hanger anyway for later on when I start cooking. I'm not going to start cooking till about 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And this one my tea's ready for about half 8, 9 o'clock. So I want to be eating mega early. To be quite honest, I've had something to eat just before I come out. So, right, I'm gonna get it flattened out a little bit. Again, happy days. Yeah, so last night I was watching a bit of YouTube, and I was watching Doug, and he's the mate that he does a channel with, Pine Tree Line Outdoors, and he spoke about the mega WoodsWalker. I think his name was Kevin. I'll have to check that up and make sure that's correct. And unfortunately he passed away at the age of 50. Very sad news. Absolutely brilliant channel. Used to do a lot of videos on bits of kit. He was dead down to earth, really nice bloke, always smiling, always give good feedback to people. He always answered you back. I always got messages back off him, and he was quite a big channel. Some of these big channels, they don't bother answering you back. Sometimes they don't even give you a thumbs up for your comment, but he always did, and I always respected him for that. And I'd just like to say, rest in peace, brother. I know there's a lot of people out there that would be sad to see you gone, and I am definitely one of them. So yeah, and my heart goes out to your family. So obviously I don't think they'll be watching my channel, but yeah, rest in peace, mate. So you'll be sadly missed, sadly missed. So, right, so the fire's going, and when I have my first brew, we'll have a little bit of a toast to him as well. So aye, he's only just put his last video out about 2 weeks ago as well. I'm gutted that I never got round to watch it when he actually put it out. I've only just watched it this morning, and it was quite sad watching it, knowing that he had been taken away from us. Oh, really, really sad. And the last video I watched of him, he was at the Swiss Army knife place, and he was buying loads of little goodies, and I think he actually gave a few away as well. Oh, I used to always mention people's channels and that as well, all the time. People used to send him badges and stickers and that, and he always give you a shout out. Really nice bloke. The fire is so warm. Obviously I'm not going to be sitting this close to it all night, like. Tell you what, I am actually going to crack the beer open. Mega WoodsWalker, rest in peace, mate. Cheers. God damn, the fire's hot. Right, let's have a little walk over here a second, and then we'll go from the back of the shelter and we'll see how much light it shows up. Obviously what I'll do is I'll get to where I need to be and I'll turn this light off. So I don't know if you can see it through this camera, but obviously the the bush that's next to it is lit up by the fire, but other than that there's not much light at all compared to a big open fire. So that's happy days like. So there we go. That's the setup for the night. I think that fire's just the right size and just the right length away. Obviously I like to move my little mats. My mats will be moved away. I've got a log thing sat over there somewhere, so I'll be putting that down and using that as a seat. So anyway, I'm going to do a bit more wood prep and then I shall bring you back. Oh no, I've said it. I didn't want to say that, did I? No! Right, hello everybody. Obviously my shelter's little, so I'm on my knees. And anyway, right, so tea tonight. I've got some British beef diced. I've got some veg already chopped and thingy. It's got loads of bits and pieces. I'll show you when I go to put it in the pan. I've got a few different things. I've got some beef gravy pot things and a herb one which I'm going to put in, and I've got some salt, and I've got another stock cube there as well which I don't think I'll use. Alright, so basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bit of, let's make sure it's clean, get a bit of oil in there, there again, if it's in there and doesn't stick me throat and not stick me arse. A little bit of oil in there, and then what I'm going to do is going to put that over the fire for now. It warmed up a bit. I don't know, I think I might have to change my angle, so I'll get it sorted. See what happens. Right, so let's get myself sorted. It's a little bit cramped in here, like I'm not used to being in such a little environment when I'm in shelters and things. But anyway, pot's hanging properly now. I forgot to cut a little bit more of a groove in, so the stick's slightly twisted compared to the last time I had it. So, put all the salt and that here. So, we have diced beef. Pan should be getting warm now. So what we're going to do is, going to put some of that. Right, oh lovely. The fire's calmed down, but it's so warm with the fire, and it's quite a calm night. And anyway, right, let's see how full that's getting. This is a lot of meat, this, for one person, but it'll break down. I think it says this is for 3 or 4 people this serving. Oh, that says oven cook. I'm just going to put my rubbish over there for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up on my knees, because I can't feel like I kind of lean out like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan fry this off first. Gloves. Done. Put the other one on there so I didn't lose it. Actually, it's this one I want. A knife. Put that where I need it. All I'm doing is spin these around a little bit. So I'm going to make a small pan of food with a lot of food. Oh, there's a bit of meat sacrificed into the fire already. It'll be for the gods. I just want to fry this off a little bit first. That's better for the heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry that off a bit, and then I'm going to add the veg, and then I'm going to add some water and all the herbs and that, and then I'm just going to hang it off here and let it slow cook for a while. Because there's no wind, the smoke seems to be lighter, and so it's quite smoky. Quite a lot of meat, that. But it's browning off there nicely now. And what I'll do is put my head torch on as well. That's better, I can see properly now. Side up a little bit. Yeah, this is burning off. Right, I'll bring this back when this is done, because otherwise the video will be about 20 hours. Right, so that's browned off quite a bit, and this is the veg I've got here, look. So I'll just use my hands, be easier. I'm just going to put a load of that in. Add some water. Obviously that'll break down as well when it's heating up. Alright. It's cooking nice and slowly. I wish I brought me other big pot now, but this is more than enough. This probably too much in there now. Oh, never mind. Like I say, get the breakdown. Let's put the lid on. Oh, we've got a hanger. Right, and then we're just going to hang it up on here. Lovely jubbly. And then we'll just let that work its magic. Right, sorry about all this camera, my camera action isn't great. I feel like I'm enclosed here. It's like everything's dead close by, and I've got this big tripod, so everything's getting away, so my apologies. But that's it, all hung up on there now. As you can see, my little groove in my hanger. All it is just a stick stuck in the ground with a little groove off it. That's it really. And then just keep the heat on there for a little while, a couple of hours. I'll wait for about half an hour, have a look at it, see what it's like, then start adding the herbs and spices and that, and the beef pots, add them in. Okie dokie. Happy days, another nice meal on the cards. Alright, well, fingers crossed and then you wait. Feels different, this camp. Obviously because I'm in a little area, I think that's what it is. I'm used to having a nice big open space, especially like a camp bob with my big shelter and everything, loads of room to move around, lots of height, whereas this is just a tiny little lean-to, so makes things a little bit different, a little bit awkward. Trying to do things when you're on your knees or on your arse all the time, can get a bit monotonous. But at any rate, the fire's lush and warm. It's a nice night. Let's turn that light off. It's a nice night. It's not freezing cold, and it's not well, like I say, it's not freezing cold. It's nice and calm. It's going to be a nice night, nice little fire, nice bit of food, a couple of drinks, which I'm going to have now. And then when yous aren't on, I've brought my radio this time, and I've got a little bit of Jack Daniels left from my last camp, so I'll just be polishing that off. Jack Daniels Fire. It's like a bit of a bourbon, or happy days like. Oh yeah. A nice chilled one, nice solo camp. I did message Rooney, see if he wanted to come the day, but unfortunately he's working, and I've tried to contact someone else as well, but not getting the answer. But never mind, I'll enjoy this in any rate. Right, got a bit of a snotty nose. Right, time to check out the stew. It's been going on for a while now, but still got a bit more to do. Like, let's get it off. Obviously I'm holding the camera with my hand, so I need to get my fork. Let's have a look. See how that's looking. Oh, it's looking good. Sorry, camera actions are that. Oh, look at that. Oh, steamy camera. Sorry about that, but it's hot stuff. Oh, that's looking good. Let's just get a bit of meat out and test what the meat's like. Okay, you can see it there, look. Lovely jubbly that. I think that might be done, you know. Oh, I've just dropped a bit of, oh, another bit of meat on the floor. Alright, I think that's done. Oh well, on the fire with that. Right, well, I think it's time to plate it up and see what it's like. Oh, I get sorted, and then you can have a look. Well, there we have it, everybody. I'm trying not to get me shadow in it. There you go. That looks delicious. I'm just going to taste a little bit of the veg in the sauce. Oh, that is beautiful. I tell you what, I'm red as. I'm going to take my hat and her off. This fire is just amazing. You wouldn't think it was about 4 degrees or something. Absolutely really nice. So what I'm going to do is as well, the little bit of veg I've got left in that box, I'm going to put in there and just let it stew, and then I'll put that back on the heat a bit later on tonight, because at the minute it's only 27 minutes past 7, or 20 minutes past 7, so a bit earlier than what I was expecting. The meat's not as tender as what I thought it was going to be. I think it's because it's been on a reasonable heat. Maybe I should have put it to a side for a bit, but never mind. It's lush. I'm going to get it down my neck before it gets cold, and I'll let you know what the outcome of it is. And also I'm going to knock up another can, open another can.
Right, 11:05. Sitting chilling still on my fire burning there nicely. Last can there on me little outside table. Little table down there, all my bits and pieces on. I took the camera out of its case. It's easier to move around. Nice and toasty in here. It's about 1 degree outside. That's for the towns that like, so it's probably about 0 here. But turn this light off, other than that we can see it. It's not too bad in here, like. I look fat when I'm lying like that. I want my belly pressed up. I haven't had a jacket on at all night, so fingers are probably in the way of the screen there. I not had my jacket on all night. Just lay here, chilling, resting up against me Bergen, sat on my bed, just chilling, listen to the radio, bit of messaging on Facebook, watched a bit of YouTube, just proper chillaxed. Got an EJD left. There was only about a quarter of a hip flask in it, and anyway, like, polished off the rest of my food about half an hour ago. So all I'm doing now is I'm just slowly packing bits and pieces away that I didn't need for the night, that didn't need to be out for the night, should I say, and then polish my can off. I'll get myself a quick wash, brush my teeth, make sure I've got my pee bottle handy, because it's no worse than stripping back and then having to get up in the middle of the night, find some clothes, put them on, and nipwood for a pee when it's pouring down with rain or freezing cold. So that's what I do. I've got my pee bottle, but on me bits of kit that I use for coming out camping, I'll probably be doing a video on that soon, and just run through a few more bits and pieces that I bring out and explain why I bring them out and things like that. So watch this space. I am getting tired now, like it's 11 o'clock, but I'm just really enjoying this fire. It's really nice. I'm just sat underneath this shelter. It's not too bad, like. Obviously you can see the plastic sheet in here, got the leaves on. If I can get another one of these off Rooney, because Rooney gave us this, if I can get another one of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the leaves off the front of the shelter, put one on so it drapes right down to the floor, because I think it will just about reach the bottom of the floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a super shelter. Basically what happens is the heat off the fire will hit the plastic, come through it, but it doesn't go back out of the shelter, and that would be meant that, like, if I can get 2 bits, then that'd be even better. But happy days. Heard a couple of voices before, but a few 100 yards that way over the hill, I think there's a bit of a road. But you've got buildings and that bit further on. It's not totally secluded, this wood. You do hear people's voices on the night time, so nothing to worry about. But it's just, I'm just so relaxed, and it's this little shelter's retaining the heat a canny bit as well, so I'm happy with that as well. Like, so I think I need to make a better deflector though, because it's not as big as what I want it to be. So the tree that I had to cut down, that was a potential widowmaker stroke 50-50 chance of it happening. I think tomorrow when I get up, I'm going to cut some nice lengths out of that and make a longer one, but I might make another one so it's a bit offset from here, so it just stops the breeze coming in a bit. I'll see. On any rate, I didn't even know if the camera's pointing at us there. But nice chilled night. I'm going to stop waffling, and this is definitely my last bit of recording for the night, so catch us in the morning.
Right, good morning. Well, that's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been tiring about getting up out of my dust bag for about half an hour. So, not a bad sleep. Went to bed about 12 o'clock. Woke up about 4 o'clock for a pee. So, solid 4 hours. And then it started getting a bit windy last night, like. It's calmed down a little bit more now. It's still a little bit of a breeze, but it's not as cool as what I was expecting it to be this morning, which is happy days. The fire's totally burned out, like. Oh, I put a nice bit of wood on there before I went to bed last night, just to keep the heat coming in. I was actually quite warm last night, throughout the whole of the night. Obviously I've got my arm not out of this dust bag now and I feel cold, but I'm going to get up, get dressed, get myself sorted. I'm going to debate whether to put the fire back on or just get the gas bottle, the gas stove on and make a brew and some breakfast. So we'll see what happens when I get up. But the sun's up, it's clear, it's dry. Happy days. Right, I've just noticed a couple of deer playing in the field just over there, so I'm going to try and sneak up on them and see if I can capture them on the video camera. So there's about 3 or 4 of them. So they're running a bit like so. Let's have a bit of a creep. I don't know if you can see them. That's 2 of them. Obviously the wind's blowing away from them, so I'll stop them from smelling us. Hopefully I don't make too much noise. Right, they've spotted us. They've spotted us. There, it's gone. Nah, spooked them. They're not daft like other. Oh, there's another one there now. I always see loads of deer. Always see loads of deer in here or around this area. I remember once I was camped up the back end there behind that holly bush, and 2 of them come walking in because I was sat there in the morning time, no fire, I wasn't moving around or anything, I was still in my dust bag. And they come right in as well, and just as I stuck my head round the corner, they seen us and they ran off like. But aye, plenty of deer action around in these little woods around here. Oh, always some around. Anyway, I'm up and about. It is chilly, like my hands are freezing, so I'm just going to get myself sorted out. Obviously my DOS area is a mess. I get all that sorted. It's actually not a bad shelter this, like it poured down last night for about 10 minutes. Bit of heavy rain. It started off a bit showy and then it just went heavy for about 10 minutes. I had no rain come through whatsoever, and I've got enough room in the back to put my Bergen in and lay all my kit out there I need. The far corner at the back there, loads of room behind there, so I had my boots and that in there. Obviously I forgot my pillow, so I just used me bag that keeps me spare socks, t-shirt and underpants in, and obviously my softy jacket was in there as well. My pants and my jacket just went inside my Bergen, my boots at the top corner, and that was it. Happy days, like. And I was toasty warm, nice and comfy. So yeah, not a bad night at all, not a bad night, but it is nippy once you stand out from the cover of the shelter into the breeze. It is a cold breeze this morning, so I'm going to stop filming for a bit and get myself a cuppa on, get warmed up. There we're gone. Happy days. Let's see if we can keep the fire going though. I don't think it's going to. On there, see what happens. Get these smaller bits on. Come on, me baby, let's go. Let's get a fire. Come on. Come on. That's it, it's starting to play now. That's better. Getting there. Patience. Patience, that's all it is. And also try not to smother it. Remember, put everything away when you're finished with it. Good bit of kit that. Works a treat. Works a treat. So happy days. And then I've still got them, watch me standards and carrying the fire. And obviously I've got these branches here as well to play with. Bit of wood there. There's still tons lying around. So that's a fire on the go. Now I've got the fire on the go, I need to get my pot out, put some water on, make a brew, get some breakfast, and then I'll start getting packed up. Once I'm packed up, then I'm going to start doing a little bit of work around here. Just build. I think I'm going to build like a bit of a perimeter fence coming around, or trying anyway, just moving some big old dead logs, put them in place, and then just high loads of leaves up against them to make them blend in a bit, just to make a bit more of a wind barrier, because the wind was pushing this way last night. It was like an easterly wind. Well, that's what it felt like to me, because the smoke was coming into my face and into the shelter sometimes. So that's what I'm going to do in any rate, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, so there we go. I've got my hot water in the biggin, and I've got my all day breakfast in my little Pathfinder pot. So I think it's an all day breakfast. I just got a tin of all day breakfast, something quick and easy, knife frying. So all I've got to do now is get my brew kit out, knock the brew up ready to go, and then I should have enough water in there to keep us going for a couple of brews this morning. And happy days, like, happy days. Well, I've got about half a litre of water left, and I'll just use that for sipping on. Alright, see how it goes. Right, fire's going nicely now. There's a few bits in. I'm not going to pile it up dead high, because I didn't need it high. I'll put an extra jacket on that. Oh, but you can see it's nice and light now. Still a bit of a breeze coming from that direction, which is happy days. Oh. But what I was thinking was, if I can get even some of these bits of rotten trunk here, somehow get them lifted up and just make a sort of a bit of a barrier here, and then just pile them up with leaves so it looks natural, and a barrier coming around to the back of here as well, and that'd be nice, just to make the wind blow over the top rather than straight through the camp like it did last night if the wind changes directions. So there's plenty of stuff lying around. Oh, you know, we've even got another tree there that's felled. Obviously the big trees fell on it at one point. Big rotten tree by the looks of it, because that's what I've got my shelter built on. Oh, and you got loads more over the back end there as well. Right, not a bad little place. Oh, he's gone. Right, my fire's died off, my water's went cold, and my food's went cold. I've just had the landowner here, having a nice chat with him and his dog. The name Lundy put on the floor up the top end there. It was him and his son. Apparently son watches my channel, like, so happy days, like. So he's over the moon with what's going on inside this woods, so that is absolutely brilliant. He's taught us a few other bits and pieces as well, so over the moonlight, really good, really nice bloke, nice to finally meet him. The actual proper farmer of this area, so great. Definitely confirmed as a permission now, so brilliant. So anyway, yeah, really nice bloke, taught us a lot about the area and about another woodland up the top there, which I'm going to go and try and find one day. Apparently it's got some old World War II bunkers in, so that would be interesting to have a look at. Apparently someone's got a camp up there as well, so
I'll have a butcher's at that as well. Right, so anyway, as I said, fire's gone out, so I need to relight my fire, get me water on the go, get me food on the go, because I still haven't had breakfast. And that time is it? Let's get me camera between my legs. I bet you it's got to be 9 o'clock. What time is it? You're joking. Didn't realise I was talking that long. 10 to 10 in the morning. I still haven't even had my breakfast or my first cup of tea. Been awake since 7:30. So, right, best get my skates on. See you in a bit. Right then, time for some breakfast and a nice well earned cup of tea. A bit of water left in that. At the bottom there, I've got this here. If I can get it off. Not the stablest of tables, to be quite honest, this one. But we'll see how it goes. Ah, that's cooked. Right, take that glove off. So that's the second time I've had to relight the fire and re-boil everything, cook everything. Obviously we're having a chat with the farmer and that. Good chat actually. Lush dog and all, dead playful. Definitely interested in going checking out their mother woods. But it is a bit nippy, to be honest, when you're away from the fire this morning. Put that on the fire, see if that burns. Lovely. Actually, I took it off. Need that. I'm not going to bother putting this in a bowl or anything. So basically, it's just a tin of all day breakfast. As you can see, there's sausage in it, bacon, beans, potatoes, some meatballs. So I'm going to get this down my neck before it gets cold, get myself warmed up, and I'm going to switch shoes off. Hang on, fire's nice and warm there now, and that's me scran. Obviously I've started packing stuff away, but anyway, enough waffle, get me food. Right, as you can see, I've started bringing over loads of bits off them fallen rotten trees over there. It doesn't need to be perfect wood, it's just going to make a bit of a barrier. So all I've got to do now is find a couple of nice stakes, and what I'll do is I'll put it, I think I might actually put a wall going from this tree to that tree, just to block that wind off coming over here. I think that might be the best idea, and then the entrance will just be around in here. And then just do the same again, cover it all up with leaves. Alright, so I've got all them bits there. I've got a few bits down here as well. And I've got a few more bits over there to bring over as well, which are quite nice. Right, here we are. There's the start of it. Obviously I need another couple of pins in. One there, and one at the end, just to stop them from falling. And then all I've got to do is just push loads of leaves up the way that is, and that'll be it, sort of camouflaged in. That's high enough there now. As you can see, the smoke's now not drifting, it's not getting pushed around. It's starting to go back over, so you know, it's doing its job. That's what I wanted, so happy days. Right, there we have it, one perimeter wall done. There you can see it there, look. So I'm going to sit here now and see what it's like. So I just need to grab a hold of this, turn use a bit like that. Oh yes, that's much better that. As you can see, the wind's just getting pushed over the top of it now. Smoke's not coming towards me, which it was. It could possibly do with another layer above it on it, but I don't want to make it that high where it stands out too much. So I think that's about right there. Or I might do another one, like from say like that tree to that tree there as well, just in case the wind changes directions. And then I'll be able to clear all this area out, and I'll be able to have a little area there, probably make something there. I don't know, I don't want to go too stupid. So you can see the fire's still going. I'm getting thirsty, so I need to get a drink of water. It's 20 to 12. I'm going to start knocking on the head soon, get home, get sorted. Do loads of admin on my kit and that. It's been a good night. Been nice food. It was a late night last night. I thought I was going to be asleep a lot earlier than 12 o'clock. But yeah, I've come out. It's been dry inside when it was raining, so that's happy days. Burnt more wood than what I was expecting as well. But we'll see how it goes. Alright. Well, it's getting there anyway. And as you can see, these were the poles were off a bit of dead standing wood. Alright, it just snapped out the ground dead easy. That's how I knew it was dead. Alright, all the root system had gone on it. And all the logs that's on here are all bits of rotten logs that have been standing at the back end of the woods for quite a while. And there's loads more there as well. Just the same as what I've got up in that area there. So that's what I'll be using. There'll be no trees harmed in the building of this shelter at all. So happy days, like happy days. And it's a nice view, you know, not bad. I've been in worse. But yeah, I feel quite knackered actually doing that. But the easiest way to do it is the way I've done on the other one. Instead of kicking it all over, just get it, put it on the top, carry the top over, pour it on. That took three goes of doing that to get them full, to get them there like covered. So obviously some of them will blow away, it'll break down. I just need to keep adding to it until it goes a bit more solider. It did when I had Camp Valor at Brockwell Woods. And that's what happened. It just it all breaks down and becomes more solid, and it'll be better as well for lasting. So right, I can feel waffle mode coming on, so I'm gonna do one. Right, that's me just about right packed up to go. This is my third bottle of water from the river. I've already poured some on the logs, and as you can see, they're just steaming off there now. They're totally out, like it's a bit of steam. Probably need a couple of more bottles. Got a bit of a mix. Oh. Good little fire that last night. Gonna need a couple of more bottles, I think. But yeah, that took up a little bit. Get it into the ground. Getting there. Aye. That's out there, like, but I'll get a couple of more bottles and anyway, and then when I'm on my walk out, I'll bring yours. I nearly said it there, didn't I? Aye, I got another couple of bottles of water out the stream here, and then Thing is, the water looks dead clean, but when I was speaking to the farmer this morning, even he said you can put test kits in it. There's agencies putting test kits in all the time to check it, but it has got the runoff coming into this from the airport, and obviously where the building work is down the bottom, obviously the water snakes all the way up from there, and all their crap's going into it as well, he says. So not to bother like, but as you can see, it's dead clear. It's just a pity. And he was also telling us that at one stage last year it started getting really clean, the water, and it got that clean. Some agency was actually putting in some small fish to see how they would last a little bit further up the river. But he says when he was a child, he used to play around in here all the time. Obviously it was his playground, because his mum and dad's had the farm for years and years, and now it's his. But he used to play in here, and he used to swim in the river and everything, catch fish in them, eat them, the whole lot. So, you know, it's do you take that risk? Do you drink some of this, even though you can put it through your but then again, if you think about it, every time we go away we take our soya filters with. Now we don't know what's in that water. All we know is we're putting it through a soya filter. Obviously if it's on farmland, you've got to think about animal waste going in it, sewage going in it. But when we're out in the middle of nowhere, obviously you've got less risk of that. So anyway, let's get this water pouring here. That's better. There's no hissing coming off that, so that's nicely out. So right, anyway, as you can see, Bergen's packed. I've just got to put their mats away, bring me little stool thing, put that in, me couple of bits of wood I've got, I'm just going to shove inside the shelter, try and keep it dry a bit for the next time, and that's it then. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, you know what to do. Alright, don't forget to leave a comment. Alright, I will get back to you. I'll get back to every single comment that I get put on my channel. So please leave a comment. Alright, and hopefully be back out again next week. Even if it's just for a day trip somewhere, do a recce, something like that. We'll see how it goes. Might even just do a little walk somewhere. I've been thinking about doing a couple of walks for a while now. So anyway, enough waffle. See you on the next one. Cheers everyone.